So today what we are going to see is working with stacks using new method. New method that is exclusive Python method. Understood? So in Python method, what we are going to do, we will be seeing that. So I'm going to first copy. So over here, the very first thing we will start with the program itself, so you will understand. So first I'm going to we start with main. Within main, stack is an empty list. Now there is no constraint on size, but we will take top and let us give it the value none. Okay, so we have stack this, top is equal to none, and we will be taking one item also, and let me write none there also. Choice equals 1, and I'm going to create the main structure of the program just like we did it yesterday. Stack operations, new method, or short method we can say. Push, second is pop, peek, traverse, and finally we have exit. Now we write choice equals, enter your choice. If choice is equals to 1, that means we are working with the first case, pushing an element to stack. Pass elif, choice is 2, popping an element from stack. If choice is 3, number 3, peek top. What is the value of top? That is display the value of top. Else we have only one thing, sorry, elif, because user may enter any other value. So we have to be very specific about this. Fourth is traverse, that is display the stack. So that's all with this, and here we are going to write end of program. So our structure is done. Now let us go back over here at the top and start with the very first function, that is push. So push will accept stack and it will accept top and item. These three things we are accepting here. Function to push an element to stack. Now if now in case of Python, because we know that we can keep on adding endless number of elements into our list, so that is why overflow condition might not be there. So we won't check the overflow condition over here. We are simply going to push an element to the stack. So how we are going to do it? Stack dot append, or stack plus equals to item, whichever you want to write. Stack plus equals to item, this also is correct, right? And top equals or top plus equal to 1, and we will be returning top, because top is what? It is an immutable variable. because of which whatever changes we make to top in your function area, it will not be reflected back in the global area. That is the reason why top has to be returned back to the global space. And we will be defining the function traverse. Simply we can write it like this: stack function to traverse stack. Now, if you want, you can pass top over here because I want the elements to be printed from the top, or you can ignore that also. So let us ignore it. Stack is for I, one second. I could have used for item in collection variant of the for loop also, but in that case it will start showing the elements from the zeroth location, that is from the first location. But I want it to be displayed in a top to bottom fashion. That is, last element I want to be displayed first. So that is the reason why I'm going to do it this way. So two functions are done. So we will first check these two functions. Let me see. We have push. So we have push over here. So we are going to see stack top item. But before that, we need item. Enter the element. And top equals, because the function is returning a value. So push stack top and item. Let's check. It has to be exactly in the same order as it is here. First is stack, top, and then is item. And coming to traverse, we are going to simply call the function traverse, and let's see what are we passing to it. We are only passing stack. So let us run the program and see. There might be errors also. Okay, so please be ready for that also. So number one, push an element. I pushed an element. See, we got an error over here. Let us see what is the error. Unsupported operand type for plus equal to, that is none type and int. So let's go back to our program and do the troubleshooting. So we had item as none over here. The value of top was none over here. That is the reason why we are getting this error, right? So what we are going to do is we are simply going to give it the value -1. Let us give it -1 and let us see how it's going to work. Okay, so we didn't get any error. Let us run the traverse also. Yes, so the first element inserted is Raj. Again, we insert another. Yes, so we are getting the correct answer here. Let us display. Yes, so we are getting the correct answer. So as many number of elements you can go on adding to it. So you can see that in the order in which you have been adding the elements, you got the elements in that order. That is last one first. This last in first out is being represented over here. So the next thing which we are going to see is, let us choose the smaller one, that is peak. So I'm going to just write here print top is equal to the value of top. Simple, very simple. So we are just going to see how this works. So over here, enter your choice, push. Let us see traverse. Yes, all the four names are there, and let us run peak. So value of top is 3. Let us check 0, 1, 2, 3. So I'll just annotate it over here. This is 0, 1, 2, and 3. Got it? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 elements are there, and the topmost element has the value 3. That is the value of top is what? It is 3. Top is 3. Okay, so this is what we did in the program right now. We will see the other parts of the program now. The only one part is left, that is to pop an element from the stack. So we will quickly define that function. We need stack, we need top, item we don't need over here, function to pop an element from stack. So now how to pop? So here we need to check the underflow condition, because if there is nothing in the stack, then at least your program should give a message that the stack is empty. So we will, how do we check that the stack is empty? We can write if stack doesn't contain anything, that is if it is empty, you can simply print stack underflow. That's it. And if it's not like that, sorry, decrement the value of top and use item equals stack dot pop top. We forgot one statement over here, item equals none. So if suppose there is nothing in your stack, then in that case item has already been set to none. This thing you can add over here also, that is instead of adding it there, you can add it over here also, but I usually prefer adding it over here. So already item is set to none. In case your stack is empty, then this statement will be executed and none value would be passed on to the global space. But if suppose your stack is not empty, top will be decremented and item would be saved here. And what are we going to return? Two values, one is item and one is top. We are returning what? Tuple. Return a tuple containing item and top. Now let us come back to our global space, and here I'm going to write tup item, that is tuple item will contain pop, and two things are being passed over here, two arguments, stack and top. So stack comma top. This is the tuple returned from function pop. And over here we are going to separate the two, item equals top item 0 and top equals top item 1. Display these two values. Popped element is item and top is top. That's it. Let us run the program and see. So number one, we are going to push elements. Let us check. So we have 5 different names over here. Let us speak. Yes, it is 4. And now let's see pop. So the first element which is being popped is Matt. Let us check our answer. It should have been the other one, that is it should have been Derek, because Derek is the last item which is pushed. Let me first check what is being displayed over here. The answer is, it's not correct one. So let us do the troubleshooting in our program. So we go back here and let us see what went wrong with the program. Yes, this is the error. That is the order of the statements. This statement should follow this statement. So I'm going to remove it from here. Now let us run the program and see. Travers, the last item is Kavita. So let us try to pop. Yes, so now it's working fine. The popped element is Kavita. Top is 3. Earlier it was 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now it is 0, 1, 2, 3. Let us check through Travers. Yes, it is working fine. Let's go on popping the elements and you can see. Now let us first traverse and see there is only one element left. And again we try to delete this element. We get stack underflow. Popped element is none and top is -1. In the end, just one request to everyone. If you really benefit from this video, then please like my video, share my video and subscribe my channel. Please do not forget, like the video, share the video and subscribe my channel. And thank you all for your love and support.